3.
Thank you, John. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. We're going to call this special call meeting of the B County Commissioners Court to order. Today is Monday, July 28th. The time is 8. Oh, I can't call it to order just yet. Son of a gun. Jumping the gun. I'm sorry, members of the public. It was not intentional. Wait till that's right. Come on, John.
Johnny, give us a countdown.
Let's start again?
No, don't stop. It's all right. We're just waiting for 9 o'clock. That was a dry run. Want to make sure the old lips still work.
I'm watching grass. Wait a minute.
Yeah, super exciting.
That's the only mistake you made today. You're going to be all right.
I won't be. I guarantee it.
Fast meeting.
That's right. We're done.
Fast meeting.
Oh no, I don't think so. Oh, you think? I'm sure somebody else will take up the slack. You already got a couple pages there.
It was short.
I expect to get some minutes from our other commissioners as well, and I look forward to hearing their updates. Okay, now the time is 9 o'clock, and I'm for real gonna call this a special called meeting, the B County Commissioners Court to order. Today remains Monday, 28th of July, 2025. We're physically located at B County Courthouse, Commissioners Courtroom, number 110, 105 West Corpus Christi Street, Beeville, Texas 78102. That was the call to order. Moving on to agenda item number 2, prayer. Everybody please stand and join Commissioner Arias.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for allowing us to be here today. We thank you for the blessings that you provide for us, the ones we recognize and the ones we don't. We ask you to watch over the court and all the decisions that we make today. We thank you for the rain that you've sent us. We ask you for a little more, Lord. Please watch over all of our guests that are here and all the people that bring their items here, and watch over them as they travel to and from this event. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the Texas Pledge.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Excellent, wonderful. Good morning, everybody. We're at agenda item number 4, recognition of visitors. I want to welcome everybody for being here this morning. Many of you are going to speak, many of our guests are going to speak during public comment, or maybe they're here on a specific agenda item later on in the agenda for a specific presentation to the court. This is recognition of visitors. This is anybody that doesn't want to speak, that knows they're not going to speak during public comment, but would like the record to reflect their presence. At this time, if you raise your hand, I'll identify you, and you can identify yourself for our record, and then we'll go on. No other introductions or anything is allowed, just your name. Is there anybody who'd like to specifically identify themselves in their agenda item number 4? Welcome. Thank you all for being here. Please come again. Moving on to agenda item number 5, Commissioners Court opening remarks. I really don't know. I missed the last one. I can't keep up with which way we start. I'm going to go to Commissioner Olivares.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Glad to see everybody. And anyhow, had a few things going on this week. Attended the Oasis Basin Authority concerning some flood mapping grant that we're looking into. This meeting was facilitated by Jennifer Reyna, and thanks to our Madam Auditor, April. Thank you for attending. It was very informative, and good information came about. This meeting was a joint meeting between the city to discuss the possibility of partnering with them for this grant to save both the city and the county some dollars for the grant money. So it's a good thing. A lot of momentum going there. So it's a good discussion. The good thing about this grant that we're looking into is going to provide us some new tools that would include early flood warning system, which is pretty important to have that. Also, it's going to provide us a little bit more accuracy as far as flood mapping down to basically within a 6-inch information that we're going to be able to get, which will help reduce some of the flood risk. It's also going to help improve public safety, and then also help us reduce some flood insurance requirements here within the county. The generators at the jail have been fixed. Generators have been moved out. I'd like to thank Ryan Garza for coordinating all those repairs. It was pretty intense. I think we all would have wished it would have went a little bit faster and saved a few dollars. However, these things were unexpected. But I guess on a much larger scale, had we not had the ability of contracts in place to get temporary generators, could have potentially cost the county well over $700,000 should we have to go into the next phase of providing fire watches for the jail, and then eventually could have had to evacuate. So even though we did spend a few dollars with the generator, at the end of the day, we saved a lot of money on the back end. So good piece of work. As far as things that are going on around the county, I have several calls from our constituents concerning maybe overgrown trees that are protruding onto the road, which are causing some safety hazards when two vehicles are trying to pass each other. So anyhow, that's being taken care of by our Road and Bridge Department. As far as the JP's office, we're still working on repairs. We had the mini split that was replaced. Hopefully that'll help with the humidity, which creating the floors to buckle. And then thanks to our maintenance group, we're doing some work there to improve the airflow underneath the building. Hopefully that'll help as well. Still waiting on getting some cost estimates for some of these repairs, so things are moving along. With that, I'll pass on to my commissioner.
All right, thank you, sir. These past couple of weeks, I think the earlier part, we went through the salary recommendations, and we had several meetings with those there. We finally finished that up, made our recommendation to the court last week, so we'll be seeing some of that come up during the rest of the budget. I talked to John Benson about splitting the costs at the EOC, since the city and the county share that with Mr. Garza. So he was going to present that to his city council. I attended the Texas County District Retirement Conference in Austin for 3 days, and our retirement system is very well in place, and it's making money for all of our employees. And I had another meeting with Miss Anna Aldridge for our mid-mod for our GLO grant, that $4.7 million. She sent paperwork. We're going to see it later on today in court, and getting that straightened out. There's also another EDA grant just for Pettis and Hyman. It's also going to be in the agenda. I talked to Deb at the appraisal office because we have our numbers, and we'll see those a little bit later on today. And for her to explain the 70-30, the 30 outstanding was for the protests that were still out there. And so it took me a while to understand, but she explained that well. So with that, I'll pass.
Well, thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner?
Thank you. I attended our monthly Chamber of Commerce Board meeting this month. Also attended the Skidmore Tynan ISD Booster Club Golf Tournament fundraiser. This is their 3rd annual, and I want to thank everyone that was a sponsor, as well as everyone that went out and played. It was a success. I want to say that they raised around $6,000 to $7,000, I believe. So they were lacking a few teams this year, but different things come up, so they didn't get it as full as they wanted to. But it was a good deal. And they do so much for not just the sports there at Skidmore, but they contribute money from the Booster Club to the band, to different UILs, events and things like that. So it's a good deal. Also, I want to thank the IT department, John, Craig, you guys, that the new webpage looks great, and it's very user-friendly. I was using it today. I got my computer back from you, and y'all did a good job. So, also, I want to thank Kenneth Mendoza and Jonathan Gutierrez for helping. We did a lunch for the county Friday before last, and that turned out really good. And I want to thank you guys for your help. They were off on Friday, so we did that. Thank you, Judge, for allowing us to use the courthouse grounds to do that for them. So
Great food, didn't you?
it was good. Also, I want to recognize County Road and Bridge, Jerry Cantu's crew, Kenneth Mendoza with the herbicide crew, and Manuel Gomez's crew. They cleaned out there in Blueberry Hill. They cleaned out the waterway, and if anyone ever goes in the Blueberry Hill area, they cleaned it out. They used the boom axe, and they got all the illegal dumping. There was a bunch of different debris, big rocks and concrete, stuff like that. They got all that out, and that waterway is super clean now and much, much wider. So I want to thank them for getting that done. What else? Oh, I had the honor of giving an 8-year-old boy a tour of the courthouse this past week. His father called me and said, man, my son's been itching to do a tour of the courthouse, and so we did it and gave him a little court lesson and history lesson and talked to some of the judges and different things like that. So that was good. The little boy was happy. And then last but not least, I want to thank Oscar and Melissa Sanchez this past Saturday for allowing us to use their park there in Pettis. We did a community movie night, and that was well attended. We had around 50 people show up for that. So that was a good deal. That's, you know, that we do things like that to get the community out, get them together, and it's just a good thing to do. So with that, I'll pass back to Judge.
Thank you very much. We lost John Galloway this last week. He was a friend to everybody and a mentor to most, including most of us in this room. If everybody would take a moment of silence and reflect upon Mr. Galloway and not only the life he lived and forged for himself and his family and those that he loved and was close to, but also for the community that he cared so much about. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the Galloway family, both his personal family as well as the Galloway and Sons business family that he spent so many decades taking care of our community. Moving on to public comment, agenda item number 6. Are there any members of the public who wish to address Commissioners Court?
I do, Your Honor.
Judge Silvas, how are you, ma'am? Please come on up to the lectern.
me see if
Identify
I can
yourself and
You're tall enough.
you'll be tall enough. Come on now. We can all lift our seats too, so we'll get the angle right.
Well, first of all, good morning, and thank you for that moment of silence for Mr. Galloway. He was a friend to all, and a great example of what we all should be doing for our community. So I hope we can all take note of all. Thank you. Good morning. The reason that I'm here this morning is to report the excitement of Western Week celebration. Miss Western Week scholarship pageant will be hosting the celebration again this year, since the Chamber was not going to be doing it again this year. We took it over last year temporarily, and here we are again. I put a press release on your desk that tells you a little bit about what we're doing. We're bringing a lot of great things to the community. We're very excited. We found out about 3 weeks ago that we would be hosting it, and I went on vacation for 2 weeks, and I got back on the 18th, and we hit the streets running. And so we have partnered with Heart of America Show, is one of the largest carnivals in North America, bringing over 40 rides and attractions to Bee County. They will be using the entire Bee County Expo parking lot to fill it with a carnival. That's how huge they are. So we're very excited to have teamed up with them. And we just found out on Friday that we have a rodeo, DRH Cattle Company out of Edinburgh, and Adrian Gomez coming from Skidmore. I just met him on Friday. So he showed up to my office, and they're bringing this huge rodeo. We just found out about 4:30 Friday it's coming. So I was told I needed to raise about $10,000 for the rodeo alone. So anyway, as of last night, we're about 4,000 short on the rodeo, so we're getting there. But I've got to raise about $25,000 for the entire celebration. The celebration is going to kick off on September 28th with the Western League Scholarship Pageant. We're celebrating 52 years of scholarship pageants and giving out scholarships. We're very excited. We usually have a full house at the expo for that. Last year we used up all the chairs, so I will get with Wally and make sure in case y'all need to order a few more chairs for us, because the last 2 years we had to sell out. So we've done very well with our scholarship pageant. We will be kicking it off on that Sunday, and then we have several businesses in town that will be hosting events downtown Monday through Friday. On Thursday, the carnival will open the doors and they'll be here for 4 days. And on Friday, the rodeo will kick off, as well as live entertainment in the pavilion. We have recruited a band that is up and rising. They were at the Tejano Convention in Las Vegas 2 weeks ago that I was lucky to attend, and I found them there. So they're coming to Beat County, and they're climbing the charts. They're really good. They're called Vidal, and they do a little bit of everything. So we're really excited. And on Saturday, we've got the Matthew Ryan Band to do the country western. We'll have the carnival out there. We'll have the rodeo out there. We'll have live entertainment out there. We're going to have a dance contest if anybody wants to come out and join us. We've got Bumper's Wacky Wednesday show coming to Beeville. Bumper Gomez is from Beeville. He's homegrown. He has his own show in San Antonio, and he had his own stage in Las Vegas for 4 days. And so we're bringing him to Beeville. So he will be with us all day Saturday, and he'll be our MC and just helping us out with the show. So we're attracting a whole bunch of other bands. We've got a little group called Mother's Little Helper that does oldies and goodies. If you guys want to come out for that. We've got Primo's band out of Skidmore, and the Matthew Ryan band. We've got the carnival and the parade, our traditional parade that is celebrating, I believe, 68 or 69 years old. So, and we will be honoring Mr. Galloway with our celebration because he was one of our forefathers of Western League. So we hope to continue the celebration. We have been told already that the carnival and the rodeo want to come back every first weekend of October to Beat County. We hope we can make that happen. I have worked with Bug Days in the past. I've worked with Bug Days for 4 years, and I did their folklorico event. I have not seen a rodeo this big. It's huge. And we're going to be using every piece of equipment there is out there. I've been told I need at least 15 horse stalls. I've never done the rodeo myself. This is my first time. This is my first rodeo. So I'm learning a lot. So I'm going to reach out to you, Commissioner Lenny. I know you know what's out there. Mr. Gomez, I will be touring the facilities with a gentleman that's coming from San Antonio tomorrow, so we can know what's out there, know what to do, because we're also going to need to figure out parking for this entire celebration. Since we can't use the parking lot, I've got to use the grounds that are grass. And then I got to figure out where I'm parking the rodeo, because they're bringing lots of livestock, lots of trailers. Commissioner Lynn just told me we have 30 hookups, so I'm a little relieved about that, because I thought we had 20. At one time we had 20, so the 30 will help, because I think the carnival and the rodeo are going to use up all those hookups. So we're very excited. I was told last night, and we just booked this on Friday, that they think we've already used our first room block at the Hampton. So today I'll be working with the hotels trying to expand my room block that I just booked last week. So we're very excited to bring this to Beat County. I've been doing celebrations here in Beat County now for 40 years. I haven't seen a rodeo or a carnival this big here in my 40 years here. So actually I've been here only 38, but in the last 40 years I haven't known it's been this big. So we're hoping to grow it, and we appreciate your support. I know that many of you have already received a letter from me, because we sent out 20 sponsorship letters on Tuesday. I've gotten about 9 yeses already, so we're almost there. But if I haven't heard from you, I'm sure you'll hear from me again. And this is our book from last year. These were our major sponsors last year, and I believe they're all coming back. But our Western Week pageant sells this program book every year, and last year we raised $15,000 just on these ads to pay our scholarships. So we're hoping to do this again. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day.
Thank you, Coach Still. It's wonderful. Looking forward to that event. Any other members of the public wish to address Commissioner's Court? Okay, moving on. Oh,
Just one quick comment that I failed to mention earlier. Unfortunately, I have had a death in the family, so I will not be able to stay for the entire Commissioner's Court today, so I'll be leaving a little bit early if anybody's going to get up and walk out.
it's
Thank you,
not
Joe.
personal. He's not upset at us. Well, he may be, but that's not why he's leaving. Agenda item number 7. The following items are of an administrative nature. Commissioners Court has been furnished documentation on each item, and all such items may be acted upon by one vote without being discussed separately unless requested by a commissioner or county judge.
Move to approve.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Moving on, discussing consider action on the following items. Agenda item number 8, State of the Hospital, given by Rick Morin, Christus Spahn Hospital President. Mr. Morin, thank you for being here this morning. We're all looking forward to your presentation. Come on up to the lectern.
Thank you, Judge. Do you want me to present near the actual PowerPoint or back up this way?
Wherever you want.
Okay, I'm going to stay here close so we can see what pictures are coming out, if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So thank you all. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I do want to introduce a couple of people. As the judge said, my name is Rick Morin. I'm the president here at Christus Spahn Hospital, Beeville, as well as the Kingsville, the Clayburgh Hospital, and the Alice Hospital. Joining with me today is Jessica Peña, our Associate Vice President of Operations and Finance Director for Alice and Clayburgh. She is the VP of Operations for Alice, Beeville, and Clayburgh. Then we have Mr. Gilbert Perez. He is our Regional Environment of Care and Safety Officer for Christus Spahn. He also leads a lot of our emergency management efforts here with Ryan and all the other key individuals in the various communities. And then Michelle Robbins, she's our Facilities Regional Manager. She's also the Christus Spahn Hospital Shoreline Facilities Manager, and she's going to talk about a project that we want to present to the Commissioners for. So again, thank you all. And the prayer really is beautiful, Commissioner Farias, because I think in any rural community, we have all kinds of blessings, and I think sometimes the hospital is one that we don't really, kind of is overlooked from time to time. So it's great for me to come and give the updates on the hospital. So, all right, I debated whether or not to put the picture with the snow everywhere, because I have that picture, but we're going with the summertime. Okay, so next slide, please. Oh, and I did want to recognize Fabian with IT. Where would we be without our IT folks? So thank you, Fabian, for being here today. Okay, I had a brief reflection that I wanted to share. This is a wonderful picture of the Night Watch by Rembrandt. It's actually in the museum in Amsterdam, and it was painted around 1642. Now, people from all over the world go to see this image because it's really remarkable. But a recent viral storm happened back in 2000, I think it was 15 or 16, in regards to this image. So next slide, please. They took a picture with some kids in front of the image back in 2015. And of course, social media took it by storm. You know, parents, teach your kids, look at the distracted youth of our day. Don't they realize this beautiful work of art? Kind of really dogging the kids. Now, what they didn't know was that right before this picture, the museum curator had asked them to download an app to learn more about this image, this art, and other art that was at the museum. So again, I think in our daily lives, sometimes we see something and we think we know, we come up with our own assumptions, but it could be something different, right? So I wanted to share that image. So next slide, please. Okay, so you know, at every meeting that we have at the hospital, we usually have a safety moment, a good catch of something that happened, and I wanted to share this. We're fortunate to have a teleneurology service here at the hospital. So that means a patient comes into our emergency room, possibly could be having a stroke. We have a telehealth services. They're able to see that patient, order the CAT scan, order the MRI, and then give a report to the ED doctor immediately of what's going on with the patient. So we have Dr. Wynn here and a lot of the ED staff, radiology staff that works there. We actually had one of our staff members wasn't feeling well. So he came to the radiology, he came to the ED, they sent him to radiology, and sure enough, he had had a stroke at that time. So it was one of our own staff members. So it's super important for us to have this life-saving resource here. And for stroke and people that having brain bleeds, every second counts. Every second is like millions of cells that die in the brain. So next slide, please. Okay, so we do have an advisory board here in Beeville. It's the only advisory board that we have between Alice, Beeville, and Kingsville. Our board chair is Roxanne Casas. Our members are Mr. Kirk B. Townsend, Anne Marie Silvas, who's just here, Mr. Frank Dominguez, and we do have 2 new board members, Mr. Alan Burkett and Commissioner Tino Olivar. So, next slide, please. Okay, we did have Sister Michelle O'Brien and Sister Jermaine Corbin on the board for a number of years, and they recently came off the board and I think recently retired. So we thank them for their service. It's always nice to have that pastoral, that theological presence at all of our board meetings. So, next slide. Okay, and this is Christus Spohn Hospital Beeville leaders. So local leaders are myself, as I mentioned, Earl Rossett, our Chief Nursing Officer, Jessica, our Vice President of Operations. The person that I report to is Dominic Dominguez. He is the Senior Vice President and Chief Executive Officer for Christus Spohn. And then our President of the Medical Staff and ED Medical Director, Dr. Jason Barnes. Some of y'all might remember Dr. Barnes during COVID. He was that doctor in Corpus that was living in the treehouse and wouldn't go home. So he had like international fame, I think. Next slide. Okay, at Christus Spohn, here is our mission and core values. Extending the healing ministry of Jesus Christ, and then we have these 5 core values that drive everything that we do at the hospital. As we interview staff members to come on, we always ask them to give us an example of how they've exemplified one of these. So dignity, integrity, excellence, compassion, and stewardship. So, next slide. Okay, a little bit about Spohn history. The Sisters of the Incarnate Word served 7,000 residents of Corpus Christi under the leadership of Dr. Arthur E. Spohn, who happened to be a Canadian general surgeon. And that was the first Spohn hospital that opened up on July 26, 1905 in Corpus Christi. Next slide. Okay, at Christus Spohn, here's the numerous facilities that we have. 6 hospital campuses, 6 family health centers throughout the Coastal Bend, serves 60% of the community and population, consistently ranked as a healthcare leader in the area, and has received national recognitions for pioneering programs such as cardiac care, clinical excellence, and oncology. So you see all of our hospitals. The most recent acquisition was a surgical hospital that's right behind Spohn South, right behind there. Next slide, please. All right, so here at our Beeville location, we have 69 licensed beds. We usually run a census of anywhere between 12 and maybe 20 patients in the hospital. Provide a range of medical and surgical, including emergency, pediatrics, obstetric care, cardiac, intensive care, and other comprehensive diagnostic services. We also do have inpatient dialysis for those patients that need dialysis, and then multiple telehealth services, working daily to keep community care in our Beeville communities. Next slide, please. All right, so here's a long list of a lot of outpatient and inpatient services that we provide. Most recently, I think 2 years ago, we have a brand new mammography suite. So we have that in place. And then the telehealth services, telecardiology with nurse practitioners that come to the hospital, teleintensivists for the intensive care unit, telepulmonology and teleneurology that I mentioned earlier, and then also a robotics program that started towards the end of June. So next slide, please. Okay, so this is like the busyness of the hospital. We see about 1,700 ED visits a month. Out of those 1,700, about 7% of those folks are actually admitted to the hospital. How long are patients usually in the hospital? On average, 3.3 days. We do about 35 surgeries a month, and we probably do between 40 and 50 endoscopy procedures, colonoscopies, EGDs, things like that. Our top diagnoses are sepsis, heart failure, pneumonia, renal failure, and kidney urinary tract infection. We see about 400 trauma patients a year, about 200 stroke alerts a year, and about 100 heart attacks coming through our ED per year. Next slide. Okay, so I did want to share some new physicians to the area. I think Dr. Adamson has been here, I think almost 2 years, and Dr. Palafox about a year or so. Dr. Adamson is a general surgeon, was trained in Canada, and then Dr. Palafox, general surgeon also, and she was trained, I think around the San Antonio area. She's been around this area for quite some time. Dr. Palafox is actually robotically trained, and we're getting Dr. Adamson her robotic training credentials as well. So, next slide. And there is our Da Vinci Xi robotic surgical system. It arrived early in June, and it's actually going to be used again today in another surgical procedure. So we're very fortunate to have this technology. Krista Spahn talks about healthcare equity, and really for us, meaning that we can provide the right surgery at the right time, at the right location, even out here in our rural community. So we're very happy about this resource. Next slide, please. Okay, this one right here is called My Krista's Voice, and this is how our staff at the hospital rank how they're feeling about working at the hospital. So the most recent survey that we had about 95% of the folks responded to the survey. We had 170 comments, mostly all of them positive, and we ended up at the 84 engagement index. When you look to see how we compare to our company, we're a little bit higher than our company, and we're a little higher than our January results. Next slide. So things that our staff are telling us that they say is a strength of working at the hospital. They feel that they have a good work-life balance. They feel that they're treated with dignity and that we're recognizing them. And when they bring issues up, that we're taking action, that we're providing resources for them to do their job well, that they have growth opportunities to learn and grow with the organization. Leadership, I have confidence in the senior leadership team, and again, there's another dignity indicator there. So overall, good. We do have some opportunities, and we're working on those as well, but I wanted to share the top strengths. Next slide, please. Okay, so most hospitals, they're going to talk a lot about quality. What kind of quality is being provided, quality of care is being provided at the hospital. So this is the quality index that Krista's Health uses. And there's a couple of indicators here, and then this is a really important one. The max amount of quality points that you can receive is 150. That's the max. So we are one of the hospitals that actually is maxed out on that. I talked about sepsis earlier. We're at 150 points for that. Hemoglobin A1C, that's a diabetic lab result for the clinics. They're real close to 150, and then lung cancer screening, that's another clinic indicator, 150 as well. Next slide, please. So here's a couple of accreditations, things that we're very proud of. We did have our triennial Joint Commission survey back in 2024, very good survey. That's CMS sending folks to come into our hospital and make sure that we're meeting all the specific standards of practice. Level 4 trauma center designation. Acute stroke ready center designation. We just had our recent survey done, and we're now what they call a gold status. Neonatal and maternal designation, Texas 10-step designation, and top performer in community hospital core Vizient. That's another quality indicator, quality recognition that we received. Next slide, please. Okay, so as far as other achievements, we've not had any hospital-acquired infections in more than 2 years. So if a patient comes to the hospital, and let's say down the hallway we have someone that's got a very bad infection, that we're not spreading that infection to any other patients that are there in the hospital. Achieved the Leapfrog Hospital Safety grade of A. We had been a C. A is the highest that you can have. So we're A. 4-star CMS rating, and then we were Becker's Top Hospital Review, one of 455 hospitals with the lowest C. diff, Clostridium difficile rates in the United States. So again, very impressive performance by our teams out here. Next slide, please. Okay, so these are a couple of projects and upgrades that we have. One of them has to do with this Nova device. Now what that does is when patients come in to the emergency room with possible sepsis, septic shock, we can quickly check and see what their lab results are there so that we can take action to take care of them. Thanks to Bevo Ladies Night Out, they've been helping us with a lot of different projects. We're able to get these wonderful dialysis recliners for those patients that we take care for with dialysis. Next slide. All right, our physical therapy and rehab building was looking with a lot of opportunities for improvement. So we had all the outside and the flooring redone. There's part of our PTOT team there. And we are planning a blessing and open house in the upcoming months. So more to come on that. Next slide. Okay, and this was the most recent Beeville Ladies Night Out, Mardi Gras thing. We actually had one of our associates win a very fancy purse. You can't see it there. Well, you can't see part of it there, that Louis Vuitton purse. And then, of course, we had just really wonderful participation. And every year we thank that organization because we get to fund a lot of projects that we need at the hospital. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Jessica Peña. She's going to talk a little bit about some recognitions that we have over here.
So we're always looking to celebrate our staff in any form or you know, for all the hard work and years of service that they have contributed to our facility. So on the top left, we have Belinda Hua, 26 years of service working in our med-surg department. So the department put together a retirement party for her. We celebrated her. We have Linda down here, 25 years of service, and then Darlin, also from the lab, 25 years of service. So we're always, you know, very fortunate. There's lots of staff that have been with us for a very long time, and so we're very blessed to have our staff. Next slide. All right, and then we have our Daisy and Sunshine Awards. Our Daisy Awards are for our clinical RN staff, and so we have these quarterly, and then the Sunshine Awards are for any of the ancillary departments, including housekeeping, dietary, and our pet maintenance, that anybody that is recognized. And so we're always looking, like I said, to celebrate our staff. And so here are a few pictures from the last quarter's event. And then here are just some more pictures. Christmas, we've got some turkeys. Elf, Santa came, the Grinch. We have Doctor's Day pictures here on the bottom. So like I said, just really just trying to celebrate and have fun with our staff, right? Because they do a lot of hard things and throughout the year and see a lot of hardships. So just bringing out the good and when we can.
All right, thank you. Okay, so Michelle's going to come and talk about a Central Plant Foundation project that we're we want to meet with the commissioners about. But on the previous slides, is there any questions that I can answer in regards to the hospital?
It's been a wonderful presentation. Thank you.
I'm glad to see the dystomial infections down. That's, you know, a lot of people, they say the best place to get an infection if you don't have one is go to the hospital. So that decrease in dystomial infections is a big thing.
It's important that everybody does good hand hygiene, and we are just every day reminding everybody how important that is. If you don't want to spread something to your loved ones at home or anywhere, good hand hygiene is always going to help. So thank you. Michelle.
Let me stop you real quick. Are we moving on to a discussion about the Central Plant Foundation project?
Yeah, she's going to present it.
So this is, and right, so this will be the next agenda on the item?
Yes, sir.
Item on the agenda?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for your presentation, Mr. Moine. Please hang tight, man. Agenda item number 9, approve request from Christus Bond Hospital Beeville for the Central Plant Foundation project. Okay, please identify yourself for the record.
I'm Michelle Robbins. I'm the Regional Facility Manager. I work for CBRE, but with the Christus team, I have been with Plant Ops and Christus in that world for 28 years. All right, so the pictures that you see here is of the basement area of our central utility plant. And it's basically the tunnel that you're able to utilize to go from the central utility plant to the hospital building. And so over the years, we've had some concrete structure failing in this area. We have serious falling at this point due to high humidity, steam, and moisture in the basement space, which we've identified the root cause of that issue and will be addressed as part of this project. Temporary shoring has been installed to help support the concrete plant joist, but it continues to deteriorate because we still have the root cause of the issue that we need to address. The steel columns and beams of the temporary shoring are now rusting. What I will say is, what you'll see a lot of when you look here, up here, is there's conduits, like all of the utilities from that plant into the hospital building. And there's numerous utilities. There's electrical, plumbing, there's chilled water from the chill water plant that supports the air handling units. There's a lot of those utilities that run through there, and so because of that environment, there's been some rust and some things that have happened down there that's caused this deterioration. So as part of this project, we're going to address all those issues. It gets kind of complicated. The concrete that we're going to replace is on the first floor of the central plant. But all those utilities are underneath there. So it's a very delicate sort of project to, number one, pull all that old concrete out and then repair some of the piping and the conduits that are here as part of that project, and then put that concrete create that concrete pad again. That concrete pad right now supports 2 boilers, so we're going to have to move those over, and then we're going to have to break up that concrete and pull that concrete out. We're going to have to address, there'll be some conduit replacement. There will be sections of piping that need to be replaced as part of this project. And then at that point, once everything is structurally sound, and we've addressed all of our issues with the utilities, then we can pour that pad back and move the boilers back on top. Anybody have questions?
Just for clarification, this is the hospital here in Beaver, correct?
Correct.
Do you have more presentation, or is that the presentation?
That's the presentation.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
we got a couple other slides if you want to see them.
Okay.
I guess a follow-up question.
Yeah, there was can you go back real quick? That's part of the concrete pad right there. Go ahead. So the plant was built in 1954. There's actually a couple of different sections, but this section of the plant is 1954. And all of the utility systems that are provided, there's quite a few. Chill water, like I said, for air handlers. There's, our generators are over in the plant, so the emergency and normal power for the building, all of that conduit runs in there. Mechanical, domestic water, natural gas, steam, and then all of our building automation communications for our HVAC systems.
Well, this sounds great. Oh, there you go. Budget 1.5, 1.8 million.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We look forward to working with y'all. You know, it's been several years since we've had an approved project. We do have funds that are available. I think at this point in time, if you want to work directly with my office so that we can get to the point where we can bring back a specific request to the Commissioner's Court to approve, it ought to all run very smoothly. Hopefully time is of the essence and y'all are
Yes.
eager to get this project
Absolutely.
started
Right.
and completed, and we are too. We appreciate everything Krista Spahn does for Beeville. Of course, we're selfish, as every community and every board should be in this community. We are selfish because we want you to spend more time and more money and more effort on our Beeville Hospital. But we're so excited to receive news of this project. We're excited and appreciative of everything that Krista Spahn does here in Beeville and has for so many years. Thank you all so much for all of your past efforts and for your future endeavors. And I look forward to getting this whipped up just as quickly as you guys can. Y'all are going to do all the heavy lifting. I need to talk to Mrs. Cantu and we'll get some numbers and know what we've got, and then we can discuss what we're actually doing, and we'll move forward. I look forward to working with you here in the near term.
Thank you so much.
Anything further?
That's it.
Are there any other questions about this project? All right. Thank you all very much, Mr. Modine. Thank you and your team. Once again, I don't want to be overly superlative, but we appreciate everything you guys do. And thank you for making the effort putting in an excellent presentation for Commissioners Court this morning. I hope you'll have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.
Thank you for the support, guys.
Please take care. And if y'all want to pack up and leave, you can. You're not obligated to stay here. We won't hold it against you. Well, maybe a little bit. Give them a minute to walk on out. Agenda item number 10, approve appointment to the Workforce Solutions Board of Directors. Okay, this is my agenda item, and I believe it's my appointment as too, I'm not sure. I would like y'all to the very least bless it. For several years, B County was represented by Dr. I forgot his first name, Dr. Hoggard, from Coastal Bend College, the former president of Coastal Bend College, on the board of directors of the Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend. Justin Hoggard, thank you. And he resigned his position, and we need to appoint somebody else, and I want to appoint the new,
Dr. says,
no,
use the interim.
yeah, give me just one moment, folks, we've got this all squared away.
Yeah, the
Okay. So I previously had this discusussion with the new incoming Coastal Bend College president's office about him replacing Dr. Hoggard. The position on the board at the Coastal, this isn't Coastal, this is Workforce Solutions. The Workforce Solutions Board of Directors deals with public education, certain board positions. The Workforce Solutions of the Coastal Bend is a multi-county regional entity. It's part of the Texas Workforce Commission. There are about a dozen or so different agencies around the state that are multi-county agencies. And the board of directors is made up of a rather large group of community leaders and citizens. And some of those positions have to fit into certain buckets. So the bucket that Dr. Hoggard filled and his predecessors, as well as his successor, fills is somewhat limited, restricted, but community college president fits squarely in that bucket. Dr. Hoggard's service on this board was excellent, and Mr. Ken Trevino, who is the president or the CEO of Workforce Solutions of Coastal Bend, wanted to thank B County for his appointment and for his service, and wanted to have him replaced just as quickly as possible. So I'd like to appoint, and I'm going to appoint Dr. Zachary Z. Suarez as to this Workforce Solutions Board of Directors, and I'd like to ask at this moment in time for Commissioner's Court approval of that. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all dug me out of a hole that I was having a hard time finding light on my own. He does, yeah. We think so. If not, surprise. No, he is aware. As soon as he was sworn in, the next morning, his executive assistant called me and said, "I just wanted to let you know now we can move forward." So very excited about that appointment. Welcome him in his new role, both at the college and at Workforce Solutions. Moving on, agenda item number 11, approve interlocal. What's that? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Is there any further discussion? I just need to get away from this agenda item, so I stopped stumbling. There's no further discussion. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Thank you, Commissioner Lenny. Agenda item number 11, approved interlocal agreement for 911 public safety answering point services between B County and the Coastal Bend Council of Governments. We were notified earlier this morning that Mr. Esquivel was having car issues. He's not available. He's not able to travel to Beeville and to attend this meeting. He had indicated that he wanted to. I believe this is largely housekeeping.
Move to approve.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. Thank you, Jim. Agenda item number 12, approved resolution designating authorized signatories for the 2025 Texas Community Development Block Grant, Texas CDBG Program Grant Agreement Number CFC 25-0104.
It's also housekeeping.
Yes.
Move to approve.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 13, approve engineering services agreement between B County and Hanson Professional Services, Inc. for Colonia Construction Fund CFC 25-0104, funded by Texas CDBG with the Texas Department of Agriculture. I have a note that there's a request to table this agenda item. No.
Not that I was aware of. Ms. Hanson sent all the,
She sent an email stating that we need to make a correction to one of the contracts. She said she would be here this morning.
yeah, she said.
Oh, Miss Hanson's here. Sorry, I didn't mean to get all animated like I'm a cartoon character. Hey, Miss Hanson, so glad you're here. Could you clarify for us, please?
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. On Friday, we found a couple of mistakes in the contract, and we apologize. They were some typos and some things like that, and we didn't want to complicate by sending corrections out at the last minute, and so we would like to correct those and bring them back to the next meeting, if that is all right.
Thank you, Ms. Hanson. I think the request is to table this until the August 11th meeting.
And that is the TDA contract. The GLO contract is just fine. We have two on the.
Yeah, we have two contracts on there, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I've got a motion to table to the
Second.
August 11th meeting. I've got a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, and thank you for being here this morning, Ms. Hanson. Agenda item number 14, approve engineering services agreement between Hanson Professional Services, Inc. and B County in connection with the Texas CDBG Disaster Recovery Mitigation Texas General Land Office Contract number 24-065-138-E996.
Move to approve.
Got a motion to approve? I have a second. Multiple seconds. Any further discussion? We have Miss Aldridge here this morning, or?
Yes.
Oh, you're Miss Aldridge,
Yes.
and I'm calling you Miss Hanson.
She was,
And Aldridge.
she was just answering
If
to
you
me.
approve my contract, you can call me Ms. Hanson.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was gonna
When you're a
say, I
fierce
think that's
negotiator, you
Anna.
get more perks, and that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. That was a hard fought win. Miss Aldridge, my sincere, is it Miss, Mrs., Doctor, Professor?
Ms. Aldridge. is
Ms.
fine.
Aldridge, thank you. I shouldn't be so presumptuous.
Thank you.
Thank you for, again, for being present here. We look forward to continuing to work with you on this matter. If there's no further discussion, again, I feel like a fish out of water, right? I feel like I'm like a catfish, a mudcat that somebody caught on the pier and decided that mudcat doesn't deserve to live anymore, and so I'm just sitting on the pier, baking under the sun, flipping around. I appreciate everybody digging me out when they can. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item is, are you going to stick around? You're welcome to leave if you need to or want to. Agenda item number 15, approve Sheriff's Office emergency budget amendment for the B County Law Enforcement Center's unforeseen generator expense. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I should be more professional. For the B County Law Enforcement Center's unforeseen generator expenses tabled during the July 14th, 2025 regular term meeting. Before I turn this over to Commissioner's Court to go into further discussion, We could just use the word generator, just generator expenses, because with every generator that we own, it seems that we are
Unforeseen.
constantly have unforeseen expenses, so it's a little redundant. That's what was going on in my head when I read unforeseen. Who wants to take this?
Fix.
Well, I talked to Sheriff this morning before the meeting and just told him that we're still in progress. We're still, we have another invoice, but I feel like it can still be worked on through the sheriff's office to try to get it down. It is fixed, like Commissioner said, but those invoices, because some of these fixes did fall on the vendor.
Good.
I don't want to go into.
That's fine, we don't want to
it's not
discuss
just
if we
for
haven't worked it out.
sheriff's
Sheriff, I know you and your team are infinitely competent and qualified to deal directly with this vendor. I'm glad that it's working again. And I know it's been something of a difficulty for y'all and a serious concern, so I'm glad that we were able to get it done. Do we know, just trying to get to my agenda for the amount of the budget, how much?
Well, we don't know. I mean, right now we're at 43,000, but I'd like to still see if we can get it down. And is this the last invoice? That's what I'm not sure of. So I don't feel like
Maybe.
we're there
Right,
yet.
so there's-
Communicated with Vicente to see whether he can.
No, I've communicated with the sheriff's office because I feel like they still have some business to deal with the vendor.
So do we need to table this and bring it back when we have those numbers?
That would be my recommendation.
Commissioner?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to table it, Judge. There's still a lot of outstanding questions as far as the timing on the rental of the generator.
And what are we tabling it to? August 11th?
Next
I
meeting.
think of August 11th, we might be there.
I have a motion to table. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you again, Sheriff, for continuing to work on that. Agenda item number 16, approve adjustment to overtime rate calculation previously approved under section 207, subpart K, overtime rule for the Sheriff's Office clarification from the May 12, 2025 Commissioners Court regular term meeting minutes.
This is it. We have already done it. This is to continue on. Chief,
I'm not
is this
sure.
to
Sure,
Continue on,
Chief?
Chief?
Yes, sir. Just to clarify, we've spoken at different meetings that it was to continue on, but the minutes from that original meeting were a little ambiguous, so we're just asking for clarification to move it forward past this budget year into the next.
This was to clarify the little hiccup that they had between just to get the salary right last week.
Okay. So the
Move
request,
move to approve to continue on with this formula or the calculation.
and we've worked this into the budget already, right? That was always our intent. So thank you for bringing it to our attention. I have a motion to clarify said issue. I have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Sheriff, Chief Deputy, for bringing this to our attention. Agenda item number 17, submission of 2024 and 2025 tax office scofflaw collections reports.
She's here.
Oh,
I'm here.
come on down.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a great opportunity to get to stand at a beautiful lectern.
My name is Regina Gouvet. I'm the Chief Deputy at the Tax Office. This is just an update for the scofflaw that we collected for the tax year, for 2024 year, and then where we're at right now for 2025. So the overall total for the 2024 scofflaw collections was $197,929.93. And of course, that's between taxes, the county clerk, the JPs, that was for 2024. Do I need to go into specific amounts for that, or are y'all okay with the overall total?
Oh, we're okay. I mean, we're okay with the overall total, and we have the monthly breakout.
Yes, provided, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And then so far for 2025, our total collection is at $63,228.54. And that was for the scofflaw.
Excellent, thank you. Do we have any questions? Okay, moving on. I hear that you don't need to be going anywhere. Agenda item number 18, approve property adjustment refunds pursuant to section 31.11 of the Texas Property Tax Code refunds for the tax office. You have the floor.
So we have 2 adjustment refunds that are going to be going to the property owners, of course. I did attach those totals for, one is for $8,639, and then I have another one for $9,083.84. Those are the other ones that we have
Okay. For the entire year.
so far.
So
for now.
far. Those are 2 big numbers. Did we get, when something like this happens and you have a refund, is there additional effort that the tax office takes, or do you interact with the appraisal district, correct? Would it relate to this
Yes,
payment?
these just come from the appraisal office. If they have any kind of exemptions applied to their accounts, depending on what it is, causes those totals. That's how we work with it. And then anything this high we normally request because it is a big amount.
It is, and certainly we want everybody to pay their fair share of taxes, but we don't want individuals to pay more. I'm glad you all took care of these 2 items.
Yes, sir.
Any further discussion? No?
Move to approve the refunds as stated.
Did we need to approve the submission of the scope laws, and I just blew right past it?
I think it was just an update.
It was just
on what
a
the
submission.
procedure-
That's what it says here, just submission.
Yes, it's sufficient.
I have a motion.
Second.
I have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. I guess it has been a couple times since thank you, ma'am, for your presentation. It has been a couple, I missed last meeting. I guess I'm just out of practice. I feel like I'm walking through quicksand. I'd like to talk a little bit about quicksand with y'all. All right, agenda item number 19, approve order of election for the November 4th, 2025 constitutional amendment election. Mrs. Warnix, how are you this morning?
Laura Warnix, Election Administrator. How are y'all this morning, Board?
Doing well.
I have a copy of the order of election that needs to be signed. The last day to order the election is the 11th, the 18th, and I will not be here, so I needed to get that in.
Okay.
We currently have 17 amendments, and I understand that there are a couple more being proposed in the session now for legislation, so they may be added to. They are posted on our new website, so if you want to see those.
How many amendments does the current Texas Constitution have?
It's our big line.
It'd be good to know. I think it's one of the longest constitutions.
A lot, I'm sure.
in the nation. Excellent. All right. So I've got an order of special election. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes without exception. We'll get this signed at least by your commissioners that are present today. What's that? I'm glad you're here. Sounds. It's good to see you. For somebody who was out, this summer a little bit for medical reasons, you look healthy as a horse. I'm really glad to see you. I hope that means that you're feeling good. Good. You're like, no. Terrible. I'm not going to rest on here, April. I'm trying to get back into it. Agenda item number, did I take a vote on it? Yeah, we did. Agenda item number 20, approve order of appointment for presiding and alternate judges for the constitutional amendment election. Mrs. Warnix.
Yes, this one, normally I do like a 1 to 2 year appointment. We did do just for the constitutional amendment at this time because we've lost quite a few of our judges and clerks, so I'm in the process of trying to get more in line for next midterm March primaries. At a spelling.
Oh, that's no problem at all. I'm just sharing the names with commissioners.
Again, if y'all know anybody that's interested in serving,
Don't sign
we'd
it.
be glad to.
I was just wondering if you knew the names. But yeah, you can be right. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Warnix. Do I have a motion?
To approve.
I've got a motion. Now I need a second.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. We are being recorded. Feels kind of like you're trying to sell us a set of Ginsu knives. But wait, there's more. Agenda
There's
item
more.
number 21. Approve elections administrator's request to use county credit card to purchase voting stickers from Baytech in lieu of setting up an account.
Move to approve.
I've got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Did you have a big presentation? I hate to cut you off
No,
like
sir,
that.
this is the same company we ordered those stickers that say my vote counted,
Oh, okay.
that everybody likes, so that's why I'd like to go back to them.
Excellent. Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Mrs. Warnex. Please have a
Thank you,
wonderful day and a great week. Agenda item number 22, approve county clerk's request to use the county credit card to reserve rooms and lodging for the 2025 County District Clerks Fall Conference on September 16th through the 19th.
Move to approve.
Well, there,
Well, I have a motion and a second. Further
Is there a change
discussion?
on the dollar figure?
well, no, there's no hotel. I don't know what hotel she's gonna use, so I'm finding that information. Huh? Okay, well, I'll get it.
Was there, are they overflow hotels or were they, y'all didn't sign up in time?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Was it in the consent agenda?
No, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen it. It hasn't come through my desk.
So we don't know what we're approving an expenditure of. I mean, that's the bottom line is, at least as far as Commissioner's Court is concerned, we don't know the amount of money that we're approving.
No, to
Or
reserve
the
rooms and
hotel.
lodging.
Or because it hasn't hit my desk, so regardless if it's with Ben, it
It's
hasn't
okay.
come to us.
That's okay. I mean, that's the reality of the world is that things like this happen. It's not a big deal. And we do have time. I think it's more proper for us to actually have
I have a number.
the information before us rather than just
I withdraw my motion.
your
Motion to table?
Yes. A motion to table to the
Second.
August 11th meeting and a second on the same. And again, not a problem at all. We'll just get it squared away and get it on the next agenda and take care of it then. Thank you, ladies. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Agenda item number 23, approve $10,000 increase to contract labor agreement between B County and Enichapa for the auditor's office.
Move to approve.
I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I've got a motion and a second. Further discussion? Ms. Chapa's been helping out Mrs. Cantu's office for a few months or several months.
We brought her back out of
Since
retirement.
late spring, right? She can't quit us. We won't let her. And
We will not let her.
it's the dark side of county government. And this increasing the number from 5,000 to 10,000 just allows her to continue to provide those services to Mrs. Cantu's office for a little bit longer before we need to bring it back and check and make sure that it's something that Mrs. Cantu continues to need. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Thank you, gentlemen. Agenda item number 24, approve placement of memorial plaque marker on county-owned property in recognition of John W. Galloway Sr. and the acceptance of donations for costs thereof. Commissioner Farias, this is your agenda item. You have the floor, sir.
Judge and Commissioner, I was gonna say Commissioners, Judge and Commissioner. I've got numerous calls and from the constituents, from the people of the county trying to get a marker or something placed out there by the expo, by the flagpole. So that's why I put it on there. And checking with TAC, I had to get permission from the court to put it on county property and also get permission to accept donations to pay for it. Because the county's not gonna pay for it, we want to pay, they all want to pay for it by donation only. So this is no cost to the county. This is in recognition of Mr. Galloway and all that he's done for B County, for the livestock, for Western Week and 9/11 and all he's contributed to the county. He's been a pillar of our community. So I'm asking the court to give us permission to place the marker and accept the donations to pay for the marker out there on I don't have a total figure now, we're just not getting numbers and things like that. That this should all spearhead this thing to not cost the county any money at all.
Is your motion?
That's my motion, sir.
Second.
I know it's
Darn
hard.
it, you too.
That was a lot of motion.
We're missing.
We're gonna, okay, that, I don't have a problem. It's a, I think it's a great idea.
Okay.
Don't have a problem with it at all. I think we're still gonna have to bring this matter back before Commissioner's Court when we figure out what the plaque is, where it's gonna go, and to approve the acceptance of the donations that you get commitments from. So we're
Okay.
gonna have to do this again when we actually have the specific stuff. But as far as providing the county and providing direction of what we want to do, I don't have a problem with the motion proceeding as follows. That's all I was going to say. I was going to say, hey, this is a great idea, but I think we're probably just going to need to bring it back once we have all the details worked out. That's the only thing.
Well, I just want to make sure that we had the permission, and then we had the permission to accept the donations. And
You're going to need to work with Mrs. Cantu on the method, and maybe I don't want to tell you what to do because I'm not volunteering, my labor. I mean, it'd be a labor of love if I did anything for the memory of Mr. Galloway, but you probably should hold off on actually receiving the donations until we figure out the manner in which we are to receive them. So just get your commitments up front.
that's why I called you.
And we did talk about it, we do have a line item, but once, just like you said, Judge, once we have the exact placement of the vendor, we do have vendors also that I talked to Commissioner Cornelius about. And as soon as we have the donations, we will, of course, we need to turn those in specifically. And the vendor, so just like you said, Judge, once we get all that in order.
Cool. That's great. It's a wonderful tribute to a wonderful man. Any further discussion?
Judge?
Yes, sir.
If y'all, like we talked about earlier, he made a big impact on all of us in the community, though, but if y'all are gonna do donations, I'd like to make a donation towards it, and if y'all need someone to run that project, I'll be willing to volunteer my time for it.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Mr. Fennell.
Yeah, so you can just speak with.
Yes,
Commissioner Fidias
absolutely.
after the
I take
meeting.
all the help that I could get, I've been approached from a lot of different directions. I'm going, man, this is quick.
I know a lot of people saw the agenda, but it's just, I have, like 3 or 4 people that have already mentioned it to me also.
I know Ranger Quayers, and they sent him to Laredo yesterday, and he was one. There was, Commissioner, I want to help. I want to help you with this project. I said that's fine. I told him we're going to be here this morning, but he said he had to go to Laredo. So there's a lot of response.
Yeah, there's a lot of support. I mean, I've known him all my life. I've been born and raised here. He helped us from the beginning, from the stock show since I was like 8 years old. So he's made a big impact on our lives.
Thank you for your words.
Thank you for your help, sir. I appreciate that very much.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion passes without exception. Sort of anticlimactic, agenda item number 25, Hurricane Harvey, Texas GLO, Community Development Block Grant, CDBG, status of project update. Commissioner Fidias? you're the
I'll
only
get
one
help
here.
from Miss Anna to give us a thorough update. Yeah, as far as where we are on the environmental and what the status is of the beginning of the projects, or which projects we're going to attack first.
So the project has been, I'll come in here, Anna Aldrich, Hanson Professional Services, your newly hired engineering consultant for this project.
One for the record here.
I do not have an exact update on the environmental status because your,
Groundworks.
thank you, I was drawing a blank, GrantWorks, who is your administrative consultant, does the environmental, but I do know that as soon as the county signs their contract with the GLO, typically your administrative consultants start working on that environmental process. So I feel certain that they have started on that, but they typically do that. They do get input from the engineer as far as the limits and where exactly the projects are going to occur. The projects that are funded by this project are 2 bridges on County Road.
631.
Thank you, 631, and.
Silver Creek.
And Silver Creek as well. So those are the 2 larger fund, the ones that, those are both about $1 million each. Someone don't hold me to that number until we get bids in. The other projects, equally as important, we have water and wastewater improvements in both Tynan and Pettis. So all of those projects add up to close to $6 million in funds, and so much needed, particularly all the water and wastewater facilities, as always, are deteriorating and need constant upkeep. So we're going to try to get as many maintenance type projects done as possible.
I will interject, Grant Works did notify us here about a month ago, or 3 or 4 weeks ago, that their environmental was well underway, and the majority of it was done. So I'm sure that when it's signed, they'll move forward.
Any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Thank you.
I did.
Ms. Aldridge, thank you so much.
You got it right.
Thank you.
We have no executive session items. Moving on to agenda item number 26, adjournment.
Move to adjourn. Second.
I've got a motion and a second. All those in favor? Any opposed? Right now. All right, we are adjourned. Thank you all for your presence today and for being patient with me. I hope everybody has a wonderful